It's brew day. It's so nice after spending all year working on the different aspects of the Grainfather and future Grainfathers to actually be able to use one myself and make a brew. I've chosen the Rocksteady IPA from Funk Estate to brew today. And yes, got up at 6, so we're well into the mash. I do love the Grainfather app. You download it from the App Store or Google Play, and it runs the brew for you. The recipes are preloaded if you're buying one of our kits, and or you can set them up on your laptop or your desktop and transfer them to your phone and then run the brew from there. As you can see, the brew is nice and clear here, and we're ready to start sparging. Ricardo's helping me today, and he's going to use the refractometer to check that we've hit the gravity. It's fantastic with the Grainfather. We're so consistent in hitting our gravity, and that's down to the temperature control. The PID controller keeps that mash temperature spot on the whole time. Vitally important if you want to get consistency in your brewing. It's absolutely one of the key features of the Grainfather. It's so much happens in that first 10 minutes of the mash cycle that you really want that temperature as accurate as possible and repeatable as possible. We're on our way up to the boil, so got to keep your eye on it at this point because it'll tend to froth over, so just give it a good stir as it's coming up. Now I get to use the counterflow chiller. This is the key piece of the kit. The water runs in counter to the direction of the wort, so the cooling water cools the wort down as it flows through the coil. So the wort that comes out is practically the same temperature as the cold water going in. At the other end, the waste water comes out as hot as it transfers all the heat out of the wort. So you get the most efficient use of your water, and you end up running the beer into a sterile fermenter. See, I've got a little piece of handy towel on the top. I'm running from boiling wort down into pitching temperature. I've actually already pitched the yeast in there, and she's already started to work. That's really vital, because as soon as the yeast starts working, it drops the pH and it uses up all the oxygen and stops any bacteria that may have possibly got in there from doing any damage. You can see here the wortometer that I'm using to test the temperature. When you own the company, you do get to have all the kit. So here I am, straight into my temperature controlled conical fermenter with my glycol chiller. Now it's transferring into kegs. This is a week, 10 days later. And I used one of the mini kegs and one of the 19 litre kegs. And meanwhile, here's a nice beer that we've prepared earlier. And I might go and take this out in the vineyard and have a wee well-deserved beer on my holiday. Cheers.